Alright, we are here live at the first ever Dunk Tank tournament, showing you an exhibition match. Billy on Red Black versus Michael Owens, who is on Garfield PhD, while Brock sleeps away in the corner preparing for his part in the tournament. We've already gotten underway here, playing some lands, playing some cards, hopefully trying to win the game. Removal spell being played, taking care of the threat on the board. Billy plays a mountain. And a nice mountain it looks like. Also has a secret base, has a good hold on mana. His opponent playing an island. Playing some sneaky stuff over here. As you see Billy lean forward to figure out what card that is. Taps some mana. Tries to stop that from happening. Appears to be Super Duper Death Ray. I apologize if it is not. Hands are a little hard to see on this, but you can see Billy has the Triple Strike Goblin. So if he can get up to that, that'll be a pretty big threat. Of course, Garfield PhD can do some awesome stuff as well. Excited to see how he tries to manipulate the game with that card. Plays another swamp. This was not an exhibition game. I'd have deck lists and a lot more to say about the cards, because it's kind of hard to see what they are based on the art from here, but gotta make do. Billy's on tap. Triggers. I think the cards are even hard to see. The die is really hard to see for me. Once the tournament gets underway, we'll have to get some bigger dice so that we can see what exactly is going on in this board state. This Billy has a mystery black card with 2 mystery dice on it, so hopefully you guys can see what's going on a little bit better than I can at this current moment in time. That's why we do matches like this, kind of work out the kinks. Billy plays another card, and it's back to Michael.
Yeah, you like 3 minutes away.
Oh, so like right there where you turn in from like South Street?
Yeah, a little ways across the side of the creek.
A lot of card flicking in hand. Wonder if anyone has a gotcha to make that action all stop. Not exactly the most fun card, but the most fun format can sometimes allow you to play unfun cards. Taps some mana, plays a chopper. Upkeep, trigger. Rolls a 3. Not sure why he didn't use the die he rolled, but I'm sure there's a perfectly good reason.
So you can see better?
Apparently so he can see better. I'll be right back. I'm going to get them some larger dice so we can see what the heck's going on. There we go. Turns out Dollar Tree has a lot of nice stuff, and 2 giant dice like that for $1 is a good investment for this stream.
You are not wrong, sir. Successful choices. That is a correct choice.
I don't know if the audience can hear Care Spotty in the background, but he is correct. Excuse me. His opponent apparently has a 3-2 flyer. And now the fun stuff happens. Card says you cannot touch it with your skin or fingernails. If in case you were wondering why he was afraid to touch his own card, that is why. If he touches it with his skin or fingernails, he must sacrifice it. The sleeve seems like a good way to get around it. It's kind of a cold, rainy day, so not exactly inappropriate. It's not hot weather. He plays the card and passes. Billy goes to his untap, rolls the dice again. Goes to 2. And now we're trying to do some stuff. Get some interaction going on. Lightning Bolt. Very powerful card. Legal in this format. I know of at least one other player in the room playing Lightning Bolts. It's a very hard card to pass up in red. Michael's on tap using other stuff to touch his card. It is not his skin or his fingernails. I'm not sure if you could touch the card with your toenails. That'll be an interesting rules, hopefully. Play some more SNEAK stuff. Plays the X, puts it in Billiam's hand. Billy must now reveal his hand, and X has some interesting abilities you activate from hand. Now we can see Billy's hand here. He has 2 of the triple strike goblin and the red-black guy that makes Brainiac tokens. So with Billy's game plan kind of revealed, we'll see how this goes. Rolls the die. Goes to 3. Untaps, draws, plays land. Counts up to 5 mana. What can he do with it? Turns them all sideways. Plays the triple strike goblin. Triple strike goblin has first strike, normal strike, and last strike.
No, it has triple strike. Yeah, kind of.
It's like double strike, but also there's one more at the end.
Plus last strike. Also says like giving for 9.
Because what else would a 3-headed goblin do but hit you 3 different times? Or eat lots of pizza would be a fair argument. There's a chicken theme in on, so he may be a fan of chicken. Well, I wish I had a spotter like Starseed to help me do this, but Billy has the flyer in his hand where he must keep his head on the table. That would be interesting to see. Maybe not interesting, probably more obnoxious for us, but the lulz factor is still there. And plays a Richard Garfield. This could be a game changer. Appears to have 3 other cards in hand to play with. See Billy trying to read the card upside down. In case you're wondering what Richard Garfield does and why it's such a big deal, it allows you to play cards as if they were other cards with the exact same mana cost, which essentially gives you access to lots and lots of stuff. Now, you have to remember and know that's a lot of brain power, but very powerful card if you can remember how to use it correctly and build your deck accordingly. Billy plays another triple strike goblin. We don't have an advantage bar, but I think it might be on Billy right now with double triple strikers. One is a big brick in the way, the other one seems to be getting in for some damage. Appears our life totals have not been updating correctly for some strange reason. Let me try and get those in tune for you.
By the way, y'all some nerds.
That's true. But we're nerds having fun.
That's the important part.
There we go.
T-minus a half hour before the thing don't fire. I get you. Crack my
Sorry about that. He appears to have blocked.
sweet Android.
Has a Richard Garfield, so hopefully he can pull out of it with that. Billy's hand is still revealed, so lots of lines of play, lots of stuff to play around, and just giant triple strikers on the board, making combat difficult for Michael and somewhat easy for Billy.
Ooh. Yeah.
Richard Garfield? Okay. Turn that into...
Lots of things fix that.
Now the fun stuff happens.
Always be like,
Yes, Judge.
Yo.
I have no idea.
Judge call.
Off of Richard Garfield.
sure. I don't know which Garfield that's. Let me look at it.
Judge checking the cards and the rulings to make sure we're doing everything correctly. Thank you, Kara Spotty.
Sure.
Right, so for Flackify, does he cast Flackify and then has to like re-change it, or does he just cast?
He has the option to cast Clapify or it does anything else.
Some question over whether the Garfield ability is a triggered ability or a replacement effect.
What if what I'm changing it to is colors?
It doesn't have two blues as a single seat, so you may not change it to that.
You can't change it to that at all. Okay.
Yeah. Same
Alright.
thing.
Okay. Change the mark.
You just change it to blue seats that is up. Like, what? Liquify or
Some question of exactly what cards he can use with that and which ones he cannot, exactly what the rules are and exactly how it triggers. Or all sorts of fun rules interactions here with silver bordered magic. Garfield allowing you to change the mana cost of a card, not the converted mana cost. So you could not take a colorless mana 5-drop and turn it into a Force of Will. You would need something that cost blue 3 generic to turn it into a Force of Will, and etc. You cannot make a pass a lightning bolt, but you can make a shock a lightning bolt, or lightning bolt a shock.
Oh man, Richard Garfield, PhD. I did not realize he said you can play mental magic.
Garfield is effectively allowing you to play mental magic. He changed the card to Ovenize. You can hear our players in the background, but yes, the rules get very weird and gummy sometimes, especially in the silver border. Billy up to 6 lands now. Michael appears to be on 5. Has blue untapped, though.
But
Billy counting up his lands, making sure he knows what he's doing. Billy's head must now stay on the table for that card to remain. Looks like it was removed almost instantly, so not as much fun for our viewers. I couldn't see his hand when he did that anyways, but would have been a great play. And Billy goes to get in. Michael takes it, goes to 2.
yeah. Except there are not a lot of zero drop, or not a lot of zero drop.
We don't have an advantage bar, but it's on Billy's side, I believe, right now. He'll have several creatures and several threats.
But it's got core sets in the format, so you play Richard Garfield Affinity.
Well, then there isn't a zero drop. So
Yeah, because you've got Ornithopter.
That's what I'm saying. You just got Ornithopter and you can go box it. Black Lotus. You can even pick a.
Alright, so let's see what he does here. He needs something big to swing the game back in his favor.
Yeah, like, you, well, and you got, all the dumb, like, semi, legacy.
Playing a removal spell on Billy's Giant Goblin. I don't know if that saves him, but swings it back in his favor, I believe. Or is he just dead on board here? I don't know what he has in hand, so he's going to need something to just not be dead on board.
Like, playing vintage shops is you have to slam Richard Garfield PhD.
Yeah, and that swing is it.
Playing vintage now, what's up, nerds?
So let me go check in on the match. We'll be back in a minute for more magic and more stuff. Alright, so our exhibition match is done. We'll take a little break here, and then we'll be back later with some more Magic. Hey guys, there we go. Sound on.
Alright. So as you can tell by exhibition match, what was I playing? League of Dastardly Evil.
League of Dastardly Doom.
Yeah, that one. That deck's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
It's looked fun. Any deck with bolts is fun.
I
Maybe
don't know.
not
Richard,
exactly
so,
true.
Richard is like super scary to play against, though.
Oh yeah, they can do anything.
Yeah.
Almost anything, but
I don't know.
anything.
That deck was fun to play against, though. So it turns out, since it's now almost one, and we don't have anywhere near enough people, we have switched to we're doing it as a draft.
Yes, that.
So $10 gets you your 3 packs. with a pack of unstable to the prize pool. 4211.
Who doesn't like them borderless lands?
Right. Who does not like foil borderless lands that I guarantee that you might have a chance of getting?
I guarantee you have a chance.
Right. Well, hey, what else do you want? This is Magic.
Right. And crack some colorful stuff, some fun stuff.
Right. So yeah, we'll set up another exhibition match in the Dunk Tank format.
Format, yes. Just so you have so you have something to watch on stream and aren't just staring at our logo all nice and pretty.
Yeah. No matter how great it looks. Credit to Amy and whoever posted it on the font website that we copied it from. I don't know. Yeah. To the Be Right Back screen.
I pull one.
All right. So. All right. So what do?
Is the mic on right now?
It doesn't look like it. No.
Scroll. You got to scroll down to see our mic.
Ah, it
my
is.
side.
Ha ha ha. So you guys have heard us being very bad.
Yes.
All right.
Right there.
This
Yeah,
one?
See?
Oh.
When you talk, you see it moving.
Ha.
I always try to make sure that's there so I know they can hear me.
So you guys are stuck with old Dunk Tank while we watch Vega versus the Bearded Baltzer. So you're gonna have to suck it up with me learning how to do this stuff. All right, we're done breathing into the mic. So now we're gonna watch him shuffle up, right? All right. So we got Vega, who's obviously playing Contraptions. I don't remember which deck, but this is one of the theme decks that we made. And then he is playing versus Old Bearded Baltzer, who is playing the blue-red Pyromancer deck. It's kind of like modern stuff, but you know, different. Like in the sense that, you know, this is not modern format. Really, I think that's kind of the biggest deal, is that this is not modern, so you get to see a lot of weird interaction with modern legal cards and some modern ban cards. These dice look so cool on camera. Alright, so Vega got 8. Brock got 5. So it looks like Vega is going to be on the decide.
I like to think that my collection is more of like a player's collection, like it's practical. Everything in my collection I can use it.
This thing could be an underground seed, and an underground seed is more useful.
So
Like, hey, look, this
we're
is
shuffling up.
but it's not because it's a mountain. And that's really hard for me to do.
So I'm just going to kind of keep muting this so we can keep it kind of quiet on y'all's end. So yeah, it looks like
You're just like, sure, I've got.
it looks like Brock had to shuffle up a bunch. I think he had it just separated out from
But otherwise,
doing the deck list or whatever. Okay, Mega John cut him.
pretty great. Jamming device.
It looks like he went to 6.
Very airy. Makes the fairies fine.
Looks like John's on blue-white contraptions, I think.
I don't know what.
And that he has blue cards and white cards in his hand, so I mean, like,
Probably fairy.
daily pupper update, super important. Is pupper,
It's good.
is small, gray, black, and white, very floofer, much good boy. So, you can't see that, and that's probably more important whenever match is happening, to be honest with you. Alright, looks like Brock didn't like anything that was happening.
Pace, and when it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Looks like John is a scrub, so there's that. So yeah, it looks.
I am cracking my page for judging an event identifier,
Rub it in, why don't you?
and doing pick ones with the open.
Hey, Care Spotty, save some of those and then come talk about that.
Alright, sure.
We'll get old Crap a Spotty to come discuss some Pack 1 Pick 1s in a minute.
They're all pretty, but no, like, oh man, I just made money land.
Alright, so it looks like we scried our keep to the bottom. We got a secret base in play, passing the turn. So that's a mountain and pass back. Nothing super exciting happening first couple turns. In this format, I kind of figured it'd be a little bit slower. So we got a secret base and an island in play. Kind of average start.
Rumors of my death came foil, sure.
But it can potentially win the game really fast if it's not control, so it's really
But it pay for exile, illusion save card, to get a illusion card back from you, right? Yeah, it's not bad. Pro Storm,
Hey, pause the game.
just deserved.
Did Brock draw?
Isn't bad. Big Boa Constrictor,
You drew for your second turn?
Wall Flexion,
Okay.
Eager Beaver,
I missaw something.
Jellyfish, target Minotaur,
So
old-fashioned vampire.
he did some sort of making a contraption thing. It looks like the rigger, but I'm not sure.
That raises the question.
Alright. So it's lane go. Looks like on the pirate.
This is not dark.
Yeah.
It's cloudy, it's not dark.
So blue-red Pyromancer kind of looks like it's faltering a little bit right here. While contraption seems to just kind of keep running. So we got 2 secret bases plus the...
Gorgeous rogue token. Velocity looks like Snagly Whiplash. Boom Flinger isn't bad. Neural Network. Normal Forest. Grand Calculatron. I fam, we can work.
Vega takes some damage.
Temp. Which, if you're
Looks
already
like
into the
Baltzer's getting to
is great.
draw through,
Squirrel Powered Scheme.
but not a lot else is happening right now, I don't think.
In the Dice Rolls Matter deck. Curious Killbot. Really epic punch. Perhaps the best removal in the set.
Yep.
Knowing Jellyfish. I want to play Cavalier. Eager Beaver. Box of free range Goblins. Snickering Squirrel. Again. Dice Rolls Matter. And Kamehameha. I mean, you probably take Pack 1 Pick 1 Grand Calculatron, just because if you don't, like...
It's only one of the rigger. No, it's hot fix. Okay. So he was trying to filter his deck. That card's like super good if you're playing any kind of like blue-white combo, and you really just need to get through with what your plan is. This doesn't look. This is not a super exciting deck or match right now. One's drawing a shit ton of stuff, and then the other one is drawing no lands and not doing anything. So I mean, you get what you pay for, right? All right, hot fix number 2, leaving him blue up. Mana leak on the back. Yep.
Did they? What?
And that I believe is all 2 of the hot fixes.
But I doubt they'll ban Lightning.
So we're drawing. I believe that's one of the riggers.
What should I buy? Hold on. What do I need that's about? He's the dinosaur in the lab coat? Is there land I still need?
See, I would make my shenanigans that.
Womp womp.
Fuck Napper. You take Fuck Napper.
There's tons of exciting things happening right now.
Yeah, stealing people's faces.
Yeah, well, especially because, like, you just steal their beginning phase, and you get another untap and draw. And they don't. Seems pretty good.
We have a special guest in the studio. Amy's here.
Goblin Twin Shot. Pretty great. Like, that might be the Pack 1 Pick 1. Because any deck won't.
So really this is just continuing down the same road of lightning bolts and stuff. All right, we got an update on live totals. Vega's at 14, though he seems to be having the advantage. Lightning Bolt is a fuck of a card, so. Yeah.
Why am I rolling again?
Kindly cognition. So we're doing something with some contraptions.
Starting out strong.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So John got his official wizard hat on. So now this is when the magic starts happening. Yeah, a little bit. All right, so we got the Pyromancer out. So now we're just looking to make a whole bunch of tokens so that we can start beating in for some damage, I think. But we don't do anything. So at the end of his turn, we're going to draw a card, I think. Oh, it's everything in a jig. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, if you have a dog that's drinking age, then that dog deserves a drink.
Alright, so we're doing what I believe is BB gun. But until we get the deck sheets, then we don't really know for sure. Let's be real. Combat coming in for 4, it sounded like.
He's like, if I like it so much, it's sort of yeah, I know. I was expecting nice cold weather.
What are we talking about?
I had to roll down the windows in my car, and I got really confused.
I think these are one of in like blue white or humans.
Looks like Brock is going to 16 after such an attack. Which, I don't know. I guess it's because he's trying to build up a board state. That makes sense, I guess, in the situation.
What are you getting?
It could be because he's a terrible player. Shit if I really know.
Oh, okay. That's it.
I got Hadana's fine.
Alright, so we're stoking some flames. To John's face, he goes to 10, and then we get a token off of that.
You ain't wrong, though.
Stoking the flames. That card hasn't seen some play since like its standard days. That's pretty exciting to have that happen.
You got pirates?
Okay, we have snakes.
I mean, you did in Kamigawa.
Well, like
So
modern snakes. That's my
Brock is counting on camera for us. The 10 seconds for hot fix.
constrictor.
All right. Yep.
And Hadana's fine.
So Vega did, I guess, what he needed to do out of that.
And the talisman. Other snakes.
But really, I guess that's
He's good.
really what you want to do in a constructed format. Playing limited cards.
Is there a... No, those are all hybrids.
Yeah, the hydras don't count. We went through that. Will and I had to. He was like, no, it counts. I'm like, no, it doesn't. And neither do the Nagas. They're
Yeah,
also
they
not snake
don't.
types.
They do not have the creature type snake.
Brock is going to expertly pick up and put down his cards.
I'm sure somewhere in Magic there's a card that makes all cards
Uh,
type that I
He's going to professionally tap the table.
There's one in Ixalan.
Is it really?
Yeah.
See?
Adaptive, or...
When
Yeah,
it is on camera, yeah.
Adaptation.
Yeah.
So maybe I just make it right. Onward now.
Quick, Civic Snakes, do it.
Come in.
I mean, I got the lands.
Brock is going to keep tapping and
yeah,
tapping
all these lands.
and tapping.
And I've got 4 packs open for Billy, pack 1, pick 1, stuff if you want. And then I've got 4 packs that I may or may not open, dependent on whether I think I should just hold on stable packs until they're valuable.
Slow play.
I mean, but I can just buy unstable packs right now. So, like, if I needed to, I could buy a discount box of unstable and just...
While we're waiting on Brock to do stuff, Pupper update is cleaning stuff and being a good boy.
I did have a skill product closet.
There's a dog in here?
Over there. Him look like chewing on some sort of toy. Lay down next to person doing a heck and protect.
Yeah. Well, if it's a box that can get good, right? So like, you didn't do that with Theros boxes because they couldn't get good. But BFZ boxes, I had two in this closet until like they just didn't ever stop printing BFZ. And I was like, well, fuck it, I'm able to crack it. I got like an Expedition Sacred Foundry and something else, which was
Him mad.
sweet delicious salt.
Him mad.
Be good stuff,
Tap some mana.
et cetera, et cetera.
And elemental?
Yep.
Not an elemental. Nah, hell no, fuck that. We don't do nothing. Come in for 2. John's gonna take it, go to 8. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're scrying off everything majig. So we see a cheaty face and some other card. They're going on top in the same order they came off. So we're on topping. We're doing some upkeeping. So before John draws, we're gonna Death Ray. Oh, okay. John is standing up and doing the hokey pokey to. You are witnessing John do the hokey pokey to give the card pro all colors. So, John has successfully hokey pokeyed his way out of this one. I really feel like I'm like talking about Scooby-Doo or something in saying that, but God, he did it.
I was like, compared to Pokemon? I was like, what?
Dog. I did not realize it. Man. Like, magic. I'll make it all thing.
How much was that? 3. 3, I think. Oh. John casts Animate Library. John has. We're finding out how big this guy is. Pupper update. Tooted.
Yeah, but having more magic is good.
People seem upset.
Rotating the page.
Animate Library. It's a 41/41.
I was figuring I could do all the searching faster. Oh no, whatever will our hero do now? You think blockers for daily?
I don't know if you heard Brock, but he is sarcastically very worried. Go, John, go. Alright, so I was incorrect. John's at 8. John's doing slightly better than terrible.
Just slightly.
Only slightly. John's doing mediocre at best. Brock, again, doing his signature move and tapping and counting. And counting and tapping. You would think for a deck that runs 4 Preordain and 4 Ponder that he could draw more cards. But 1 blue is not good enough, we see. We're going to Mize. I don't know what the word is. Something tells me it wasn't that one. Yep, it's not. It sucks.
It would be tens of years before they go up. People are chasing the lands. Never.
I don't have that.
Coming in for 3.
Isn't there
4.
a charger down there?
Oh. Okay.
Just unplug that.
I didn't see that.
And then there you go.
I didn't see that.
I go to 4.
Vega's going to 4.
Yeah.
Did you stoke him to death? Yeah. Here, watch out for Kara Spotty. Let me trade with him.
Foil Graveyard Visitor.
Hey, Kara Spotty.
Yo.
You want to come over and do a pack 1?
Sure, we can do a pack one, pick one.
All right. So we're going to switch it over to the commentary screen so that Kara Spotty can come over here. But yeah, so you see the fun. You see my hat now. You see the fun of Silver Border. This match, you know, you saw 41-41. You saw a whole bunch of drawing cards. You saw taking risky chances off of a Mize and it shitting in your mouth. You've seen it all. Brought to you by Dunk Tank. So now, gracing the silver screen for the first time. Literally,
I mean, is
literally
it the first
ever.
time? I mean, didn't you like ask me about a pack one, pick one like months ago?
Probably.
Okay, yeah.
All right, get in here, Kara Spotty.
Okay, so like, have there actually be room?
Yeah.
You can have half of my head. That's where we're at right
All right.
now. Yeah.
All right, that's Kara Spotty.
Yep.
Boom. Did it. Good enough.
We got there.
So,
All right.
out of your judge box, you're gracious enough to do a pack one, pick one
Yeah.
of some undraft in the spirit of that's what we're doing.
Maybe.
Hopefully,
Yes.
in 7 minutes, if nobody shows up, we're just going
Alright.
to do 4 people and call it a day.
That sounds good. Okay. So, Stinging Scorpion. I'm not a huge fan. It's
Right.
a 5-drop for a 3/2. Its ETB isn't really that effective.
I mean, it kills an X1, but
It kills an X1,
Oh,
but
oh
like,
well,
who
yeah.
cares? That gets left hanging. It's a 6-drop, 5/4. If you don't get a high 5, it's got haste. Like, maybe if you're in red aggressive and need a top end, but
and also if you don't hang out with anybody who high fives you.
exactly, which you shouldn't hang out with them. So
Right.
who cares?
Exactly.
Selfie preservation. 2-drop, search for a basic. If it's got a tree, put it on the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, put it in your hand. Like, if you need ramp, it's good, but as a pack one, pick one, I'm not on it.
No, I don't think I would ever pick one.
Success.
That card's really good if you like are running host augments, but like almost no other reason.
Well, and yeah, we're not in an archetype. It's pack one, pick.
That's fair. Oh,
Crafty Octopus. ETB assembles a contraption. It's a 1/3 for 3. It's not horrible. I might pack one, pick one this if we don't have anything better in the pack.
yep. It might get us into contraptions.
Yeah. Well, and every deck wants contraptions.
Right,
so.
that's true.
Ground Pounder. It's 2-drop, 2/2, Green Goblin. Pay 4, roll a 6-sided die. It gets +X/+X, where X is the result. If you roll a 5 or higher, it also gains Trample.
Which seems okay, but it's a whole lot of mana resources put into it.
It is a whole lot of resources. It is a bear that's viable late game, which is great.
Right.
But you really only want it if you're in the Dice Rolls Matter deck.
Right. Correct.
And we're not in anything yet. Old Guard. It's a 2/1 for 1 and a right with
tap
white,
target creature.
tap target creature without reminder text.
And this is one of those ones that has a whole bunch of weird the text varieties.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I think this is one of the ones with 4 prints.
Yeah. But this is the reminder text one.
Yes.
We got the Springtime Extremely Slow Zombie, which only has last strike.
But it is a 3/3 for 2.
Right.
So maybe better than you think. Border Guardian. It's a 4-drop artifact creature knight. When you cast a silver border spell, it gets a +1/+1 counter. This is unreasonably good in silver border draft.
Also unreasonably good in Dunk Tank format, because whenever you cast a black border spell, it can't be blocked this turn, and whenever you cast a white border spell, it gains double strike until the end of turn. So I say in limited, you probably don't pick that.
Well, in limited, it's just a 4-drop 3/3 that gets, or 4-drop 1/1 that gets bigger every turn.
Okay, that might be fair.
It's like it doesn't make you commit to a color.
Right.
You don't hate having it.
That's fair.
Zombified. Unfortunately, like a 5-drop augment for +2/+2 that just gives some weird activated abilities isn't the best, especially
like
when one of them is reanimate the augment from the yard
Right.
for its augment cost.
Yeah.
Sneak Dispatcher is a 2/1 creature human spy for 1 and a blue, and it has the ability 2 colorless and a blue, tap it, look at the top card of target player's library. If it has a Agents of Sneak watermark, you may reveal it and put it into your hand, otherwise put it on top or bottom of its owner's library. So it does functionally have pay 2 and a blue, tap it, Fate Seal,
Right.
and then maybe you get to draw a card.
Yes, that is
Draw
correct.
and draw a card that you don't own.
Or do own. You can.
Yeah,
you
it
can
could
sneak
also
yourself.
be yours, but I don't know why you would pay 3 to scry.
That's fair. So our rare from the pack was.
The big idea. 4 red, legendary creature, Brainiac villain. It's a 4/4. It has pay 2 and hybrid black-red. Tap it, roll a 6-sided die, create a number of 1/1 red Brainiac creature tokens equal to the result. And then a second activated ability, tap 3, untap Brainiacs you control. The next time you roll a 6-sided die, instead roll 2 6-sided die and use the total of those results.
Right.
So it does allow itself to make an unreasonably large number of dudes very quickly.
Especially if you're in the any of the dice rolling where it's like increased numbers of dice and
Yeah,
stuff
if
like
you're
that.
in black-red dice rolls matter or red-green dice rolls matter, it gets even better.
Right.
I don't like fixing myself to a color, or a color combination in this case, this early in a draft.
Right.
But it's a possibility.
It's a rare.
Land
Swamps are land.
is a swamp. Contraption 1 is a rare contraption, Deadly Poison Sampler. When you crank it, until end of turn, target creature gains, when it deals combat damage to a player, destroy target creature that player controls. So this is great anyway. It forces a block.
Right.
And if you happen to have an evasive guy, you just get a kill spell.
Yeah. You just get to start killing things once every third turn.
This might be a pack one, pick one choice just because it fits in any deck and it's good on an aggressive plan, which is where you are in this format always.
Correct.
Second is Sapsucker. When you crank it, add green to your mana pool. Until end of turn, it doesn't empty from your mana pool as steps and phases end. For contraptions, like, it's a great ramp contraption,
right,
but I'm not going to pack one, pick one it. I expect I can pick that up much later in the draft. And a foil zombie token, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Right. So pack one, pick one. I would either go Old Guard or Deadly Poison Sampler or Border Guardian. I guess one of those three.
I like Deadly Poison Sampler. If I feel like other people don't know what they're drafting at the table, I might take the big idea and force black-red.
Okay.
Especially black-red dice rolls matter. And still be open to maybe green-red dice rolls matter.
Right.
But of the potentials, Deadly Poison Sampler is definitely the best pack one, pick one choice, I think.
Okay. Yep. Deadly Poison Sampler.
Is there a pack one, pick one?
Is our pack one, pick one.
Alright.
You're welcome for the blurry image. I know that you wanted that.
Yeah, everybody wanted that.
Alright, so Karis Body is going to go do a thing, and we're going to figure out whether or not we're going to
fire an event,
or figure out how many people have to draft to do this. So we're going to switch to our Be Right Back screen, and we'll figure it out, and then we'll get back to you. Yeah. All right. So upon reflection of the players, we have 4 people, myself and Vega included. So what we're gonna do is round robin to win a box. We're gonna stream it. Amy's gonna camera it while we do it. So we're gonna get sorted, get everything started, figure out who's gonna be on camera and who's playing who, and then I will be yelling at Amy to do it. So we'll be right back. Alright, guys. Don't worry. I got shit on by Blue Red, Pyromancer, and Brock. So now here I am commenting on John and Owens.
19 to 20. John has 19, and they're in game 2.
So it's 19 to 20, Owens' favor. 19 to 17. And we're in game 2 also. So what we witnessed, I think, was that Owens was cracking a booster tutor to go get a card. We don't know what card that is, to be fair. We are expert. We are Square City Games. It's like Star City, but with less corners. We have a courtesy music track by Amy's video game.
Forerunner of the Heralds.
I want to make them fight.
It's epic battle music. So back to Vega. He's doing stuff.
Oh no.
Enters the battlefield, scry 3, then reveal the top card of your library. Gain life equal to that card's converted mana cost.
Put Mara Rejury on top. My Forerunner. Other Merfolk get +1/+1 whenever I cast a Merfolk spell. I make
He's
that.
literally doing nothing. Ah. Alright, so he goes to 13 after such combats. So none of the hokey pokey card of John's fame. Hopefully we'll get to see John do some poking. So it's back on Owens. He gets to draw.
Puts my graveyard back into my hand, and then I have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. I'm going to attack you so that I can untap your house.
So we're really hoping to see other cards such as John can't use his arms, or John can't use his fingers, or, you know, whatever. Really, we just want to see John not be able to use parts of his body.
What?
Not yours, his.
Losing 2 life, going to 11 off of a spike trigger, looks like.
Can I commit you into taking something else instead? Actually, don't have very many arrows.
Exactly. I'm like, what?
I should do that on top. Second card, yeah. How much do I take from here? I thought that was that Adele. No, but I am going to cast
Deactivated spike.
that Adele. So that
John's over there yelling at me that he's activated spike like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
then I'm going to find out what's in his library.
Do you know what you're doing?
I don't know what I'm doing, to be fair.
Shuffle away your bow.
Do what?
I actually don't need it. Can't see it. Amy's over here kicking stuff that we don't need, that we brought in case we needed it.
I did it.
Amy did it. She had beat her opponent. Alright, back to John. He's going to untap. Yep, untapping. Makes sense. Drawing. And Island. Best card in Magic until this format. Harbrock. Brock stomped me because I got land flooded. We didn't see that. Game 1, we contraptioned out and killed the shit out of him.
He did kill the shit out of me.
Then Game 2 was kind of fair. And then Game 3, I literally drew nothing.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, John, Game 1.
I think that's Kindly Cognition, I think. Draws the card off of opponents.
Hey, who do I conduct shock distance with?
To sell stuff to?
Yeah.
Newsome. To Newsome. Long hair over there.
Are they playing right now?
Uh-huh.
I don't want to bother him.
I forgot about that card for a second.
Put something on the battlefield, right? Is it activate?
Yeah, it costs a good amount.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you have a permanent? With this,
Yeah.
what I had,
But I'm just
Put
thinking of
everything on board.
I'm just thinking of what else you would have that would be. I mean, I guess the tutor aspect is where it's like. Now that his Avacyn's already out there, like.
Just had to get some quick live total updates. John carrying the team as usual. So I guess we don't double activate Spike here for no reason whatsoever, right?
I mean, I got quite a bit.
Alright. So we see that there's looks like a Richard in the hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip 2 colors and place them triplets.
So many targets.
Yeah.
2,
Gotta figure out how to win this turn.
Phoebe, Agent of Sneak. Steals a text box, I think. I think is what I heard. I'm looking it up right now.
What'd that do? Steal stuff?
I get to get an instant or sorcery from somebody's library.
Phoebe can't be blocked by creatures with flavor text, and Phoebe permanently steals target creature's text box. It loses all rules, text, flavor text, and watermarks, and Phoebe gains them. So Phoebe's a pretty interesting card, especially if you
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
have lots of weird stuff.
Apparently, I only roll ones.
And you only choose me for them.
He chose him for one. That was saying.
That's because he stole all my artifacts. He took all my useful ones. I was like, yeah, I don't really have anything to be useful, but I have a deck full of search cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So now I can search for what it is that I need to cast.
Yeah.
The ultimate search right here.
That's true. Yeah, but see, now I can search for an instant or a sorcery if I want to.
Although I used
Back over to John. On top,
I think it's the master architect.
doing some drawing, moving some contraptions around.
Double check and make sure that I'm not overlooking something. Sorry my turn is being so long, guys.
Are you really though?
You know, 2 more instants, sorcery.
We've all played with Nathan once or twice.
that's what I said, it's okay, Nathan.
So, John's just assembling a whole bunch of contraptions, it seems. But not progressing anything, really. Owen seems to be killing himself more than More than Vegas killing him. A real sign of a terrible player on Vegas' behalf. The way he holds his cards, you can clearly see that he's never played a game of Magic competitively in his life. In fact, one could probably conclude he is a child. It looks like Owens is down to 3.
Is that so? I'm gonna respond to that shit. And sword absent.
Swan song?
Look.
Well, that didn't work.
Hashtag live for that.
Casting a Chip and Chopper, so that one's pretty good if you can sacrifice it to make it bigger and assemble artifacts and or assemble contraptions and stuff like that. It's a really good, solid creature. It looks like John's going to cycle one of whatever contraption was on 2. So that makes him bigger and he gets a new contraption.
Are you guys all scooping or are you guys still good?
He's going to put whatever contraption he got on 2.
I mean, I'll see it out another few turns.
So I played a Swan song.
And he's got another Knight of the Hokey Pokey out.
So I'll float 2 colorless. So I have 4 colorless and 3 black floating.
Okay, you're still here.
I can't attack with her. Can't even tap her for mana now.
Good.
So I think some of the very cryptic commands get him out of this. Some of the black kill spells. I don't know if he runs Doomblade or anything like that, or if he's like heavier in the combo for Richard Garfield, but I guess he could always cast Richard, go into something, hopefully Doomblade. That is a magic card, I'm not sure which one. It's not Richard Garfield, so he might just be trying to swarm the board.
If I don't draw something,
I'm going to see what's on the top deck and then I might be scooping.
Yeah.
I think if he does the Hokey Pokey before he goes to combat, he wins.
I'm out.
Here's your paradox in
You
the
don't
deck.
discard it yet. It's at the end of the turn, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, misunderstood. Thought John was trying to cheat, but apparently, no, I'm the shit Magic player.
I need a paradox engine in the deck.
Yeah, that's why. You weren't doing enough.
Well, we tried to cheaty face him.
That's really what made all that happen was your paradox engine, so thank you.
so when
Iona helped.
Iona did help. Iona...
Alright, so we have a flyer that's going to be blocking some.
She might be my least favorite card in Magic, I think.
She really is awful.
Takes him to
I
1.
run her in Centriplus because I want to play things from people's hands, and so if I can shut down the colors of stuff that I want to cast.
I'll see what I have. Yep, I'm done.
I got to discard my hand. And there wasn't really anything I could play.
Who's gonna put the big L on that one?
I got to once withdrawn, but then I can't do what I want to do.
I had a.
Oh, no, everyone else scooped it, so therefore... Well, on my turn, I'm going to be doing 7, 8... Okay.
I had fun for a little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that. Walker, ruiner of fun.
After he board wiped, I was kind of fucked into that.
Yeah, actually, that's really what screwed me up, but it was the route.
Yeah.
All right. So update. Vega won that one, 2-0. It would seem in the last couple of minutes. So therefore, this match is going to be Vega versus old Balzer.
Iona, Solid Green. And that happened after my
Hey Brock,
flight.
you might want to text what's his face,
I had a 13-13
his roommate,
colorless artifact Barovia.
Josh, John.
I had a Hornet Queen with her 4 tokens. I had 2
He wanted to watch.
I had a Ketra, Sani, Prowling Server card, 2 Warriors.
It looked like a bullseye the way it was.
And it just got like and that's missing 2 triggers on 2 other Warriors.
Oh, it's my Tom Walker. Okay, you're up. I passed it.
I gained like 30 something life in 2 turns. Because I had Cryptolith right out. And Paradox Engine.
Right.
Not Tweet Captain.
Tweet Captain.
Yeah.
Twerking Captain?
Tweet Captain.
Alright, so I think Vega's on the play.
He is.
He is?
No.
I think he rolled a 9.
I know every time whenever I play, he can just kill it right back.
I think Brock's gonna play.
Who's on the play? John. Who's on the play?
What?
Who's on the play?
I am.
Old scrub ass Vega on the play. Coming in for the loss. The lossless loss.
Go Tweet Captain.
I'm actually going to go like that.
Leveled up.
I really do not like Ulamog.
While they're shuffling up, Billy's gonna go potty. Alright, YouTube land. Don't worry, I've tinkled. So it looks like Brock's on the beat, or John's on the beat in, with some sort of cognition. Brock gets to play Rival Master for going on. He beats Win with the token. Passes back. So that should be John to 18. If I'm not mistaken. Looks like land go off of John, back to Brock. It's tapping 2 to strike it. He's going to counter it though. So we live to see another day. And we're going to try to draw some cards.
Then it'll switch on you as well. There's actually one game
So we're going to scry. Get rid of, keep them both on top, looks like.
I switched it every time and it hit every time going back and forth.
Land for the turn. Go to combat. Beats for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Takes 4. What's life total?
14 me, 19 Brock.
Okay. So we're close.
Why's that? What'd you go get with your Fierce Impact?
It's a nice little thing. I tutored a tutor. Play swap.
Tutor. Tooting all over the place.
Yeah. Pass turn? You're good about that.
Pass turn.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense. Why I did it like that. I see.
Yay! Land. That makes me happy.
Brock's super happy about choosing that card. I was kind of skeptical when he was showing me his list, but card's kind of good, especially with scrying and pre-ordering and everything like that. Not on camera, Michael Owens is currently making Mr. Eva Taylor play with his hand behind his back. The Fallen Arms, I believe, is the card. Going to combat, coming in for 6 again. Ah. John's to 10.
Do you ever actually play Fraley? No. So it's like my Tassiger deck. If the deck isn't working right, then you play your commander.
Yep.
And we're putting John on a heavy clock. Doesn't look super promising for anybody, but who knows? So going into combat, we're throwing down 2 turbo slugs, hoping, I guess, to go and slice up this victory. I don't really see how he wins to it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so Vega goes to 1. He's not dead. Turd Ball's got some fight left in him. So we uncap a good draw, and we lose. Alright. Alright, Bouncer's up 1. Let's reset some life totals while we are letting them sideboard, shuffle up, whatever the fuck they're doing. up while they do what they got to do. Alright, there we go. So while they're sideboarding and stuff, take a quick second talking about unstable. It's unstable. So it goes when you run tournament, I guess. Unstably. Back to the match. See where they're nowhere. Now that I have your attention, let me talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Cthulhu. No, but seriously, so they're cutting it up. They're about to get started. Michael Newsom is sitting around, slacking off, doing literally nothing. You can't tell that because, you know, he's not on camera or in the tournament, but he's doing it.
That's what the giant cord is going to.
I didn't notice the giant cord.
Dear God, we forgot how much of Magic is shuffling cards. That's fine. Oh man. I wasn't ready for that. Alright, so we're back and underway. Plain old that guy. Play a ponder. Look it up, throw it away. Draw some cards. This kind of seems how this deck plays on Vega's end. You get to play some dudes, make some contraptions, and then get your shit rocked in. That's what it looks like, but I'm not sure. He won the last one, so I guess, like, you know, that speaks to its own volumes. so we get to play an island and pass it back. Still no red sources on Brock's end, but that's fine. Haven't missed a land drop yet. Seems good so far. Oh man, got shit on by the cheaty face. What's your life?
My math got that far.
Oh no. Messed everything up in the process of trying to fix his life total. I believe he's at 16. I'm going to try to confirm with that.
I actually was paying attention to that.
Beater.
We get a rabble.
Hey!
Throw a block in the way. You don't even worry about rabble yet. Keep. Draw. We just got some dudes in our hand. I don't think he's going to... Makes it kind of hard because he has to play around Rabble Master and leave up blockers and stuff like that. But at the same time, if he has the blockers, Rabble Master might not swing in on the premise of not wanting to lose him.
It's funny how one go around and all of a sudden it goes from like, great, awesome board staked out. No!
So we're coming in for two in the air. Going to 14 it looks like. Again, assuming that I'm not making up numbers and or lying to you, which there's a possibility I might be. So on Baltzer's side, we're untapping. We're looking at our hand like a pro. We got 33 minutes left in this doohig. So we play Pyromancer, probably to get some tokens generated, go to combat. It looks like... Oh, okay. We're stuck with Flamesing. To kill whatever that thing is. Generate a token off the Pyromancer. And this is at the beginning of combat. Okay, I see. We got a land. Vega's just gonna keep coming in with the old cheater, the old cheaty. We were originally looking at when we were building these theme decks. We were gonna play ordinary armchair in this deck, but the symbol doesn't match the watermark. So we decided Cheaty Face was virtually the same card, and I mean so far it's coming to play for free several times for John, so like the card seems fine. And so we're just running through making contraptions at this point. So like it looks kind of like both decks are doing things that they should be doing. Alright, so we're going to play land.
The
Go to combat.
Anyway.
Yes, not legal in band or not.
Pick on that.
Was that 2-0-U? Huh?
Rock scoop and only band 3?
Yes. All right. So Brock scoops it up. Makes our intrepid hero 1-1.
fact that I got a Nebraska the other day.
So we'll rotate back to 20. Put you guys on a mute while they sideboard and let you guys witness shuffling. Okay. So it looks like they're dealing their opening hands, validating keeps and selecting scries and maybe mulligans, and I can't think of any others. Balzer leads it off of the mountain. Off the draw. Big gets to play an island too. So we're going to second that land, pass it back, untap to draw.
From the standard set? Yeah. 3 for 10? Or anything from over here?
Starting off with a strike, okay. Brock said he's not having any of that today. Plays land and passes it back. Untap, keep draw. And we have nothing. Fucking scoop. No, just kidding. Land. Ship. Thrilling magic. Mountain. Bolt. Looks like you. Alright. Everything exciting is happening right now. 100% of all the viewers are going to love all this. Land go. No land go. Alright. No land go. Land. 2 in the bases. For this blue card again. 3 to super death ray it. And spell suck. We just got to report that Evan got it after that one. So it looks like right now Evan, who got the quote-unquote the bye, is up over Mr. Owens.
No, yes I did.
We'll see how this match fares out, see which one you get commentating. If Vega wins, I guess you get me again. If Brock wins, you get me.
Good. I'm glad you didn't miss the game. My game, damn it.
Seraph.
Do it yourself, sir.
John is badly mispronouncing the card name. It is Seraph and not Seraph or Sephiroth or any of the other iterations.
Do it yourself, sir.
He's screaming at me. Little does he know I can't hear anything past this super ultra
Actually, the main reason
soundproofing.
I'm destroying your study because it's actually causing him to have to either let you draw or make them. And you've been nice
Shipping everything away.
so I don't really let you draw. Yeah, exactly.
Ponder and Preordain in this format seem so good. I'm a little bit upset that I didn't put them in like any of these other blue decks, but whatever. Alright, so we drew off the Ponder, calling it a day, passing it back. Land ho. Alright. Looking up do-it-yourself Seraph. We probably should have done that when he cast it, because I don't know what it was. So do-it-yourself Seraph is flying. Whenever it attacks, you can search your library for an artifact card, exile it, and then shuffle your library. And do-it-yourself Seraph has the text box of each card exiled with do-it-yourself Seraph in addition to its own. So really, you get to choose an artifact in your deck that you like the ability and wrap it up. This is one of the, I think this is the one that rotates up whenever you cast artifacts. And Vega's and Baltzer's going to be going on to 16 through this. So we got lands again. Baltzer professionally topping the table before putting out a rocket power turbo slug. Trying to attack with it. One second, guys. All right. So the judge call there, or what I had to go yell at them about, Rocket Power Turbo Slug was put into play, not cast, so therefore you can't counter it. It's into play, tapped and attacking, similar to the like goblins from Rabble Master, but in a different fashion. Coming in for with Do It Yourself Seraph, putting Vulture down to 12.
I still have one.
Seems like Do It Yourself Seraph is kind of coming over the top, doing whatever it needs to do. Looks like Vega's going to try to assemble some contraptions off of this thing. Ooh, in response, we're stoking some flames. Okay, so now that gets countered. So through the Stoke to Flames, we're still going to be able to make some contraptions. There's one. I think that's the Deadly Poison Sampler. And Baltzer's just reading to make sure he understands what all's going on. But there's 1, 2, and 3 contraptions set up. And okay, so there was some missed life totals on my end. There was 4 and then 6. Okay, so that about adds up. So Brocklet got it 2-1. So we're gonna go to be right back. We're gonna take a commercial break, play you guys some music, and then we'll get into round 3. So after this, BRB.
Hello, tubes. Hello, tubes.
I would rather do
All right, guys, tournament is over. Thank you for watching. First place was Brock, who went undefeated. Hopefully, we'll be holding another tournament in the future, so hopefully we'll see you guys then. Later.